You've grasped the brass ring of you. May 11, 2015. Dear ones, this is a time of rejoicing. Not in the 3D sense that you, your friends, and family know you have achieved a long-held goal, but an internal joy of knowing you have achieved something you did not think possible before entering Earth this lifetime. You have claimed yourself in all your glory. Perhaps you do not feel it quite yet. Perhaps there is even an ongoing sense of, is that all there is? But know in every segment and cell of your being that you have grasped the brass ring of you. Maybe you feel little or nothing. Maybe you even feel hollow. Just as was true sometimes when you achieved something in your 3D life. You worked diligently to complete that 3D task, only to discover in the first moments of completion a hollow feeling. You have done it. You have claimed yourself. What does that statement mean in your daily life? Even though you continue to roll down your hill to your promised land, your hill has many fewer obstacles. Your roll has returned to more joy. Perhaps you wonder why your roll of joy was interrupted with rock and other debris the past few weeks. Such was so because you requested it. That last statement might appear to be just another carrot encouraging you to continue your journey to new you. Such is not the case. Because so many are exhausted by the journey, you pleaded with yourself and the universes to see results more quickly. And so you are, and so you will. Of course, now you demand instant gratification for your claiming of you. Such is not necessarily possible, for your theme of the next few days is rest and process. After which, most of you will realize that your life is very different. Just as was true in 3D following college graduation, accepting a new job, birthing a child, or committing to another person. There were times in those aforementioned 3D major events, you were not sure you liked changes you created that reconfigured your life as you knew it. And so it is that you may not initially enjoy your CEO/president role responsibilities. A role that may feel awkward at first. You are not used to being the go-to person at this level on Earth. But then, the same feelings of awe/fear would be true if you were promoted in a 3D job from worker bee to CEO or president. Your new role is not the easiest transition, for you must shift your patterns, perceptions, and beliefs. And so you will. Once you wrap your thoughts around new you. Think of the lifestyle changes required to welcome a newborn into your world. At first, everything feels awkward. You worry that your loving actions are wrong. Yet, somehow your baby survives, even thrives. So it is for new you. You have the skills, knowledge, and joy to be CEO/president of you. Allow yourself to know and accept that. Many of you are clamoring for specific directions, a how-to manual for this transition piece. There is no such manual, nor will there ever be. You, as a group, are now creating the transition manual for those who wish to follow. A group task you are completing lovingly and joyfully. But the instructions for new you are so fluid, so dynamic, no manual is adequate, other than trusting yourself to know you will complete this role easily and effortlessly because you have done so in the past, in a different form. You have not always been a segment of your totality. Most of you have been the small voice within segments that you now call your inner being. At other times, you have played the dominant/CEO role in places other than Earth. This is merely the first time you are the CEO/president of your Earth being. So it is you have more knowledge and skills than you now believe. You have no need to be frightened, concerned, or to complete any lesson or task before fulfilling the CEO role you have stepped into. Allow yourself to rest. Do not fret about your limitations or seeming lack of skills. Float into new you with all the changes such requires. You have completed the task of learning to love yourself, even though many of you believe such could not be completed as easily as it was. Most likely, you believe you have to whip yourself into shape somehow by studying more, pleading with your angels or higher self, or isolating yourself. All of which are nice to help you believe you have jumped through enough hoops to deserve your new role. but are no different from believing you must work in a child-related field for years before conceiving a child. You can do so, but prior work experience in a child-related field is not a conception requirement. You will adapt to your new being whether you study, meditate, pray, or not. You dared expedite your new role with energies you claimed for yourself the past few weeks. Your inner being trusted, even encouraged you to expedite your new role because your inner being knows the entirety of you. As will be true for you once you process all that has happened. Allow yourself to be. Allow yourself to play. Knowing you completed a very large task you did not necessarily anticipate completing 6 months ago. Know that your roll down your hill has just become smoother, more rapid and more fun. Think in terms of a professor allowing you to graduate from college earlier than anticipated if you complete a very complex paper. Throughout the writing of that paper, you question your skills, even the wisdom of writing it. But once the paper is complete and accepted, you allow yourself to bask in the wisdom of shortening your schooling. So it is for you now, even though you have not yet realized that such is so. You will, once you allow yourself to rest and process what you have accomplished in a very short time. So be it. Amen. Channeled by Brenda Hoffman. www.lifetapestrycreations.com